not only past veterans, but all those young men and women who are coming home today to put them back in the workforce. Governor Quinn, thank you.
Thank you very much. At this time, although the event today is definitely honoring the Korean War veterans, I'd like Fred Borofsky to come up and just say a few words on behalf of the Vietnam War veterans. Fred served in Vietnam. Mr. Borofsky.
I grew up about 8 blocks down the street in LaGrange. 65 years later, I got all the way across Gilbert Avenue to Western Springs, so I've stayed pretty close to home. Jeff, we want to thank you for what you've done for the veterans, the planning, the time, the volunteers that work so hard. I grew up in LaGrange, but we've gotten to know McCook quite well, and I think if you took a proportionate share of the men in McCook versus the veterans, I think it is an enormous number of folks who served our country. I'm actually replacing Jimmy Tobolski, who was a Vietnam veteran, and if you know Jimmy, he'd rather work than talk, so Jimmy's been working all day for the mayor to make this thing happen, but Jimmy and I both served in Vietnam at about the same time. A couple of things. Right now there are 25 million veterans alive. In about 7 to 8 years, there will be 15 million veterans alive. Mostly we're losing our World War II, Korean, and a number of Vietnam veterans. In about a 15-year period, the number of veterans will be significantly smaller. So I think any time we can get together and any time we can honor the veterans, honor the folks, I think it's a real blessing we have that opportunity. And again, I thank Mayor Jeff Tobolski for allowing this to happen today. As you folks that served with me in Vietnam, it was tough coming home, only because the war wasn't very popular, the military wasn't very popular. It was a tough time to be a soldier, yet many, many served, many, many died. The thing that always troubled me, I have a very dear friend named Sean Cantrell. When I was in Vietnam, Sean was out rallying against the war, but we still became very good friends. And Sean used to say to me, if you'll remember in the late 80s, they began to have a number of parades for the Vietnam veterans saying, you know what, you guys, you really did deserve to come home to a little bit better welcome, so let's change that. Sean looked at me one day and he says, you know, Freddie, how many parades do you think you Vietnam guys are going to need before you feel better about yourself? And he said, you need to be more like the Korean guys. They fought a war and most of the country didn't even know they were over there. And that really troubled me. And when you hear the governor and the mayor and these other folks talk about the forgotten war, the Korean War veterans, and I say this on behalf of every Vietnam veteran here and any I know, the Korean War veterans really fought a tough war over there. They left us a legacy. They trained the ROK soldiers, Republic of Korea, and those soldiers fought with us side by side, and they were better trained and better than most of the other allies we had. So I think if you talk to most Vietnam veterans, they will tell you the enormous respect they have for the Korean veterans, for the guys that served in Korea, and certainly so you know for sure, there isn't a Vietnam veteran in this building or that I know that thinks the Korean War is the forgotten war. We appreciate all that you folks did. Thank you again.
Thank you very much. This has been a wonderful day. Very, very proud of my town of McCook, the support that I received from my staff here at the MAX, the number of people who gave from the heart, stood up and made this event possible. I'd just like to finish by saying this, and please feel free to remain after we conclude here. The facility is closed for the balance of the day, so you can stay as long as you want. My Uncle Jimmy is a Vietnam veteran. He doesn't often speak of it, but when his country asked him to step up and serve, he did that. He has always been there. He's my godfather. A number of years ago, I lost my father, Ray, and once again, he was asked to step up and serve. Does a great job of looking over myself, my brother, his brother's family. Here at the MAX, he heads up my security detachment. I asked him to, come in and help me out here. He's done a fine job of serving. The thing I love about veterans is I don't think their service ever stops. They speak quietly, but they walk with a big stick. They're always the first to step up and give. And I'm very proud to be in the company of Jimmy Tobolski and all of you wonderful people here today. Uncle Jimmy, thank you from my heart. I hope you all have a good time today. Take care and enjoy yourself.
It's great to be recognized as a veteran, and that's what he's doing. It's good. Not many people do it anymore. It's like a bad word being a vet, you know? It's not good. This is good.
I really think that people are forgetting about our veterans and that this was a very good idea. And also, I think that Mr. Tobolski is going to be a very good commissioner. So I have confidence in him.
I'm very happy that he did. It's not too often that you get Koreans in one group, except unless you belong to the VFW or something.
It's always nice when people, particularly in political situations, remember the veterans.
Hey, remember for us it's 60 years, and we haven't had many remembrances between now and then.
So yes, it's very, very nice.
I think it's a great idea to have the event here for the veterans. I think it's about time they finally got recognition for what they did during the war. It's a great idea.
But no, I'm really appreciative of people like the mayor and is even sponsoring it. And see, this is like the 60th anniversary of the start of the Korean War, and he's doing something to recognize us, the forgotten war. They've always called it the forgotten war. And anytime I see something like, I'm from Franklin Park, up around O'Hare Field, and his flyer was up in our American Legion Hall. That's how we found out about it. So Korea guys, I volunteer to come down here. Probably could find a place, but we're very appreciative that Governor Quinn and all that are doing something and recognizing us, and we need the publicity.